What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. Probably my biggest transfer update as of yet for the summer 2020 window. Of course, we're going to be speaking about Leroy Sane. But before we crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content and you want to help support my channel, then subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on to be notified immediately when I do upload. We seem to be running daily Manchester City transfer updates as of right now at this moment in time with plenty of news, so you've got that to look forward to. I'm also aiming for 7,000 subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. At the time of recording now, we're now less than 300 subscribers away, so any help towards that will be much appreciated. You can also find my social media links, which you can find in the description below and popping up on screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget also, leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. We smashed past 200 likes yesterday. Let's see if we can get to 220 likes for this video. And don't forget also, leave your thoughts in the comments below, in particular of what you think of Leroy Sané's transfer to Bayern Munich. And so, we're going to start off with the ins first before we talk about Leroy Sané. So we're going to start off first with Josh Adam. We've got an update on him, the youngster from Celtic. He is still set to join Manchester City. He's going to join fellow Scottish youngster Liam Smith, who's already joined Manchester City a few months ago. They're both going to go into our academy. Adams joining from Celtic, Smith joining from Kilmarnock, both up in Scotland, and this is according to the Daily Mail. This is reliable information that's coming in, but we're going to be signing a couple of Scottish youngsters, so best of luck to both of them lads. And now, with Leroy Sané potentially, or should I say, will be leaving Manchester City, we're just waiting for it to be officially confirmed, Jack Grealish becomes ever more likely for Manchester City. However, Manchester United, they are also interested in bringing in Jack Grealish. This is according to Sky Sports, who have acknowledged that Manchester City are also interested. There's no mention of price. I imagine this is going to depend a lot on Aston Villa still being in the Premier League or not come the end of the season. If they're relegated, then it becomes an option for both Manchester United and Manchester City, it seems. He's a homegrown player, though. Can play on the left wing, can play on the right wing. He's versatile, can also play in the centre of a midfield free, of an attacking midfield free. And so it can cover all aspects of Sané and David Silva leaving. Jack Grealish, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Would you be happy with Grealish, or would you rather City sign somebody else? I'm not got a problem as long as if we could bring him in, as long as it is for the right price, is my opinion. Now, we've got a little update on Kalidou Koulibaly. Nowhere near as long as my previous videos with Koulibaly, because there hasn't been too much happening. All the headlines, they're being dominated by Leroy Sané. But Sports Witness, they're reporting Manchester City are interested in bringing in Kalidou Koulibaly. They state clearly City are the only club interested in signing Koulibaly. Liverpool have been scared off by Napoli asking for €90 million. Liverpool are prepared to go as high as €60 million. That's 2/3 of the price that Napoli are looking for, and so it seems like Liverpool are no longer interested. I don't see City either going as high as €90 million. With the pandemic hitting, the finances being down for every single club in Europe and around the world too. These transfer fees won't be anywhere near as high as what we are used to, so it's all about finding that happy medium, whether that means City negotiating that €90 million down or not. Or they choose to offer players instead. We'll wait and see. But that's where Duncan Castles came in and posted something very interesting, saying that the fee that City are looking for and they're wanting to pay is somewhere between €64 and €73 million, which is roughly between €70 to €80 million, which would make more sense. Apparently, according to Duncan Castles, Napoli are prepared to lose Kalidou Koulibaly this summer. Napoli have informed their manager, Gattuso, that they're not going to have Koulibaly after this summer, and they've already lined up the replacement in the form of another 29-year-old, £30 million valued former Arsenal man, Brazilian centre-back Gabriel, is who they're looking at of Lille. Now, for Manchester City negotiating this deal, City could either go straight up with cash. It's believed that City could well offer Joao Cancelo as part of the deal. They could offer Zinchenko as part of the deal and bring that price down even more. Wouldn't surprise me. Zinchenko's future, we don't know what's going to be happening with him this summer. Joao Cancelo, who knows? Who knows? But that is what is being reported, so I'd love to know your thoughts of that in the comments below. Now moving on, Manchester City have officially signed a player, Pablo Moreno. He has joined Manchester City now. His contract has been signed. That was coming yesterday from Nicolo Schira, who's an Italian journalist. What he said seems to have been incredibly accurate because he has now signed for Manchester City. It's a €10 million fee, which has seen Felix Correa go to Juventus. €10.5 million for him, so City are gaining an extra €500,000 in exchange for this deal. He's signed on a 4-year deal. Manchester City, he is going to be loaned to Girona. So there we go, an official Manchester City signing. He's held up his shirt and everything. It's his official. Now we've got an update on Achraf Hakimi. Now he's posted on Twitter an emotional farewell to Borussia Dortmund, so it sounds like he's not going back there. He's been spotted in Milan, ready to undergo his medical and talks for personal terms. A fee has been agreed with Real Madrid, €40 million should Cancelo leave Manchester City. I'm a bit disappointed that City haven't acted quicker, but we don't know what's happening with Cancelo, so we couldn't sign Hakimi until Cancelo had left, and so Inter, they've struck very quick. So there we go, a player that Manchester City will be missing out on. Now we're going to move on to the Filip Krastev update. He's a player that now plays for the CFG rather than Manchester City. He's going to spend next season at Lommel SK in Belgium. They are part of the City Football Group. Manchester City are going to be scouting him. They're going to be keeping an eye on his development to see if they want him at Manchester City or not. Of course, he signed last week for Manchester City. So I like to say, this is according to the Daily Mail, by the way, best of luck to Philip in Belgium and he's moved to Lommel SK. Hope he has a successful loan spell there. Felix Correa, just a quick one with him. He has signed for Juventus. That is official. He's in Turin. I wanted to wish Felix the best of luck for his future. Yeah, looking forward to see what Felix Correa is going to do at Juventus. I'm looking forward to seeing what Pablo Moreno is going to do in the blue of Manchester City. Now, just got a little quick update on the goalkeepers. Sports Witness have been reporting Claudio Bravo has signed a new 2-month contract extension at Manchester City that will keep him here past June 30th. It's now July 1st. He's going to be here for July and August. No word of what's going to happen beyond that, but he is now going to be available for the conclusion of the Premier League, the FA Cup and the Champions League as well. So there's clarification on that. No clarification on Scott Carson as of yet. His loan is up from June 30th. I've not heard that it's been extended. I thought his contract was up at Derby County on June 30th, which would now make him a free agent. I've been digging around at Derby County. They've released some of their retained list, but they've not announced Scott Carson as part of that, so maybe they might announce that today. They might have further updates on Scott Carson as to whether he might be a free contract signing at Manchester City, or Carson might not be a Manchester City player at all now. I do not know. He's become a bit of a cult hero at Manchester City, so yeah, I'll try and get further clarification on Scott Carson. Right, so without further ado, let's speak about Leroy Sane. It's a video I'd never wanted to make this, and I am gutted, but he doesn't want to be at Manchester City, so it's fair enough. He leaves Manchester City. Here's all of the details. So later last night, I was thinking about putting this video out last night, but then I thought I'll wait and do my transfer updates as normal consistency. That's what we're looking for, so I'll do it this morning instead and try and see if we get any more little bits of detailed. Not really too much has surfaced overnight, but Leroy Sane, he has signed. This is according to Sports Bild, has signed for Bayern Munich. Now, he's not officially signed for them as of yet. Lots of sources were speaking. Christian Falk at Sport Bild, who works closely with Bayern Munich, quite accurate with Bayern Munich stuff, but when it came to Manchester City stuff, wasn't as accurate. And so what he was sometimes saying was the truth, or what Bayern Munich deemed the truth. But this time what Bayern Munich have deemed the truth does seem to be the truth. It's a 5-year deal for Leroy Sane. We already knew this. The contract's going to be worth €22 million every year for Leroy Sané. People have been working out the maths, and it's going to be, I think, more than double what he was willing to, or what he was on at Manchester City. So he's getting a lot more money. He's getting right up there with one of the top earners at Bayern Munich. I don't think it's the top earner, but right up there. Someone was saying it was around somewhere between 350 to 385,000 euro, I think, per week. Something crazy, a crazy amount of money. Anyway, Leroy Sané now more than likely will not be in Manchester, or should I say playing or being in and around the Manchester City squad again. He's gone to, or he's travelling to, I would presume today, ready for his medical either on Thursday or Friday, and the signing to be completed by the end of the week. He travels to Munich, you would think, today. He hasn't travelled yet, he is still in Manchester, but Sané's agent is in Munich to conclude that deal. A fee has been agreed. It is less than €50 million. People were in outrage last night. It is €49 million up front, so we're looking at just less than £45 million. And then there's going to be add-ons, €11 million. There was some speculation as to whether this add-on was going to be Bundesliga based or whether it was going to be European performance based, appearance based. From what I'm hearing, it seems to be a bit of everything. So if Bayern Munich are successful in Europe and they're successful in the Bundesliga, which is what you would expect at least them to be successful in the Bundesliga, then that fee is going to go up of €49 million. Like I said, €11 million on top of that. We're looking at a deal worth €60 million, which roughly is just under, so it's £54.8 million. So we're looking at a £55 million deal for Manchester City. Manchester City wanted this deal done quickly. Bayern Munich wanted this deal done quickly, and Leroy Sane wanted this deal done quickly. So it has been done very quickly, because I was expecting this to drag on all summer. Every alternative day I was expecting to have a Leroy Sane update. However, it seems like by the end of the week we may not be speaking, and it makes me sad to say this, about Leroy Sane being a Manchester City player ever again. Now, Leroy Sane will not be able to play in the Champions League in August for Bayern Munich, but Leroy Sane will not be playing for Manchester City either. I imagine once he's gone over there and done his medical, that's him done, dusted. We're not going to be seeing him at Manchester City again. He might train with the players again. I do not know, to say his farewells. I don't know what's happening. We're in unprecedented times. It's a situation that we just don't know what's happening. The transfer market will be opening up in some countries, not in others. Other leagues are concluding their leagues. Others have already concluded them. Teams are wanting to get their transfer business done nice and early. So I don't know what's happening. I really do not know what is happening. But one thing I will say, that once he's signed for Bayern Munich, which I'm expecting to come by the end of the week, he's going to be in Munich, so he won't be featuring against Liverpool at all. Once he becomes or signs for a Bayern Munich player, I don't imagine Manchester City will have any interest in playing him again this season. One, because they don't want him to get injured, and so Bayern Munich won't want that. And two, City aren't going to want players around their squad that are leaving. So it would make sense to play somebody else that is going to be here for next season. An ideal opportunity for the dead rubber games that we've got coming up, for maybe some minutes for Jayden Braaf, just to see how good he is, because he's had no first team experience. So he does need that, and he has been called up to the Manchester City first team squad, and then we can assess our situations again going into the summer. Now, just last couple of notes for Leroy Sane. This will fund Manchester City's transfer business for this summer. John Stones' future still uncertain. Nicolas Otamendi's future still uncertain. Like I said, Cancelo, Zinchenko as well. Waiting for clarification on that. David Silva will be leaving. Claudio Bravo will more than likely be leaving. So there's lots of funds being made available here for City to go out there. I'm expecting us to probably sign 3 players. So this Leroy Sane deal, worth up to €60 million, could well fund a lot of our funding for a move potentially for Kalidou Koulibaly instead. I don't know if City are going to be looking for a like-for-like replacement for Leroy Sané. I'm sure there'll be lots of rumours flying here, there and everywhere all summer. I'm looking forward to reporting on who Manchester City potentially may chase and sign this summer, so I'll keep you up to date with that every step of the way. But like I said, this will fund Manchester City's summer. And one theory I just want to put out there, and you can look at it from 2 aspects in my opinion. City have done this very, very quickly. Bayern Munich were insistent they weren't going to move on £36 million. Well, they have. They're paying nearly £45 million. That's a jump of nearly £10 million. So it's been done very quickly. I'm wondering now if City have got a rough idea of what their finances are going to be in the summer, and so they're wanting to sell Leroy Sané to have the cash there now to sort out their potential transfer business and get things organised. What that means for City in Europe next season, I don't know if we've had word from Cass. Apparently it's been reported, I think, to the Daily Mail, saying July 13th is the date that we're going to find out what that conclusion came from Cass, and whether City are going to have their European ban for 2 years, whether it's going to be knocked down to 1 year, if there's going to be a suspended sentence, or if City are going to be cleared altogether, or they're going to be found guilty and that punishment is upheld. We do not know. Maybe City have got word on that and City are wanting to sort their finances out now. Maybe it's going to be negative news. I do not know. Or maybe it's going to be positive news. Maybe City now know that, we've got Champions League football for next season. We're going to be earning a little bit more money than potentially we might have been, and so we're going to negotiate for Leroy Sané to leave. But I'd say £5 to £10 million less than City might have been looking for. Don't get me wrong, I think €60 million deal sounds roughly about right for a player that's got 1 year left on his contract. The pandemic's hit as well. We would have been normally looking for around €70 to £80 million instead. Taking that into account, we've negotiated less, and like I said, City might have extra funds coming in because they might think, actually, we've got Champions League football to look forward to, and so let's get this future as Leroy Sané sorted and let's just move on. And that's the situation that we're in. once the end of the week comes and Leroy Sané becomes a Bayern Munich player officially and he's holding the Bayern Munich shirt, his future at Manchester City is done. We just have to move on. So there we go. I will, once that signing is official, I will wish Leroy Sane all the best. I'm not a bitter person, I won't hold it against him. He wants to go back home, wants to move, he wants to leave Manchester City. We're not like Arsenal and teams like that boo their players when they return back, or at least I hope that fans don't do that. I mean, you know, it's part and parcel of football. I don't demand huge loyalty to Manchester City. You know, they come here, as long as they work hard, I'm happy. Lots of talent for Leroy Sané. Could have worked harder. He's a fantastic football player. Like I said, I wish him all the best. So there we go. That's been the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bit of a ramble about Leroy Sané, but there is lots to say. So I'd love to know your thoughts of this in the comments below. Don't forget, subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on, aiming for 7,000 subscribers. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. You can find my social media links in the description below and popping up on screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget also, leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. We're aiming for 220 likes, so hopefully we can be able to hit that. Any help towards that will be much appreciated. And like I said, leave your thoughts in the comments below for these transfers and Leroy Sané. Let me know your thoughts. So I'll see you then. So I've been JSGC. Hope you'll have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now.